when it comes to the experience, where, and I'm not talking about the big words, like I'm not talking about enlightenment or uh, you know, God or something like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking simple thing. Just experience about your own, about your, say, mind, say, dropping your ego or whatever. But take it, but put it in a small words. Don't use these big words like enlightenment or supernatural powers or God or something like that. And then you'll see what I want to say, what I mean. So when it happens to me, I mean, recently it happened. Actually, what happened? I was doing some techniques, like I was doing some meditations and all that stuff, and then meditating every day, little yoga asanas and all that. And all of a sudden, I realized something is like one I was sitting in the meditation, and yeah, again, this meditation word itself is a dodgy word, to be honest. I'll tell you some other time, but for me, when I was sitting in there and doing things what I normally do, and then all of a sudden I felt something is inside me. I mean, it opened an eye, big time. And initially I was scared, like literally scared, like anything. I thought, what's it's happening? I mean, I thought someone else is there inside there, you know, and physically I can't even feel, like I couldn't even make out where it is. Then I started breathing in to see that breathe even won't reach there. So, but that very awkward feeling, that very moment was so awkward that, but at the same time, some kind of affection or maybe attachment. I don't know what it was, but I wanted that. But it was mixed feeling. Like, but at the same time, I was scared as well. I felt very awkward, and then I got up from the meditation. I got up, went to work. Whole day I was having that tickling feeling, ticklish, like always. Like I used to like that, and used to feel like something is there, something exciting is there in me. I was laughing, when I was alone. I was just laughing by myself. No one was around still. And then a day gone, second day gone, and I was thinking that, yeah, look, I normally do all these things, some experiments on myself. So it might be just my mind or just energy thing, And I started feeling like that. But 2 days gone, 3 days gone, still there. Like, whenever I used to walk, I used to feel that someone else is walking inside me. They're like two people living in one body. Very strange feeling, very strange. And so I decided, is it really the thing, or am I just, my mind's manipulating myself? And then I thought of having a drink just to make myself unconscious, So I had 3-4 glass of wines, and I felt like, I know that I normally don't drink that much, but I was drinking that to just make myself unconscious. And when it happened, like when I felt, I can feel that kick after drinking, and it was like that thing, like, I in those last 3-4 days I named it as a Vasudeva, because I don't know, I mean, like, I didn't know what to say, what it is, like, I just, so I said, like, okay, I named him as another person, like, yeah, Vasudeva. And I used to talk to himself, like, look, Vasudeva, look, this is happening, and see what happens, like that. And so sometimes even I used to feel that I'm going astray and I'm going mad because I've started talking to myself. So when I saw, like, I had a drink, like, and then all of a sudden, like, it came, instead of me going unconscious, I don't know what happened. Of course, I might have gone unconscious physically because of the drink, but that came up big time. Then I felt that of the big eye appeared here, on my belly. And I'm just lying down and I'm just feeling like, man, there's two people living in the one body, two people, and it became very heavy. I could feel that in that moment, and like I still remember it, but then I concluded that, yeah, it might be because of the alcohol, I consumed. So that happened, and okay, that day is gone, and then after 3-4 days, like the same thing is happening. Whenever I'm talking to someone, that thing disappears, okay, and then it comes back when I'm alone. It means if I was doing any work or anything, it used to get away from me. But again, after some time, it used to come back. When I started thinking, like, what it is, like, I've read so many things that I googled, and so many things I've done, but I was knowing it's something related to my mind, or maybe from like inner search. I'm doing meditation because somewhere, somehow you have that, you want these things. If you're really meditating, if you want these unexpected things. But I started feeling very awkward, like, then one day I said, like, okay, let it be. Whatever whatever is happening, just let it happen. I don't want to think too much, or else, like, I'll go mad. And then one morning I was just doing stretching before my yoga asanas, and I was stretching, and I had no intention or nothing about this in my mind. I was just stretching, and like, I get around 4 o'clock, get up at 4 o'clock. I get my all this yoga, meditation, everything done in 2 hours, and 6 o'clock I go for work. So 4 o'clock I'm there stretching, maybe 4:15, and I had no intention, like nothing in my mind. And all of a sudden, like in a fraction of a second, like a lightning, something struck in my mind. Something struck, and that was like, the person you're calling Vasudeva, he's not Vasudeva, he is you. And what you're thinking you are is not you, is your mind, and is not there. I mean, it's not a joke. It's not a small thing. I literally collapsed. My bed was there next to me. I literally collapsed on bed, and I just sat. And again, the thing was like, it was saying, like, look, until now, whatever you're saying, that person inside you, which you can see I, and you named him as a Vasudeva. Okay, he is you. Okay? You are him. And whatever you're thinking, like you are, and is not you. It means what happened? It's an identity crisis, literally. I mean, my identity just dropped. I mean, like Hollywood movies, you see 2.5 hours movie, and in the end, something the director shows like, okay, whatever you're thinking the man was, he is not the man. Like someone else is the mastermind behind this, or something like that. So I came to know that until today, whatever I was thinking about myself is false, completely false. Means I'm not the one that I'm thinking I am. I mean, I'm someone else. And who am I? I'm inside. I'm inside myself. And just watching. Just watching. I mean, literally watching, doing nothing. Means, can you imagine? This is not a small thing. Like you, I mean, I've gone through it. I mean, I spend my childhood, and look, kids like they spend their childhood. Then teachers teach something, the parents and all that, and the neighbors, friends, everything, and then you, then it make an identity, like it's you, like then our ego gets built, everything, and then you feel, and in the end, like, yeah, this is me. And then we grow up, we make families with kids and all, and then we want to make everyone happy, and so many things happen, so many things, and we read a lot, we watch movies, watch everything. Means like millions of things we do, millions of thoughts, millions of things, like everything is actually gets condensed in ourselves, in our mind, and that's us. Okay, everything from the childhood, whatever we have done, learn, earn, ate, smell, taste, every single thing, us as us, and that's me. And one moment comes, and that everything gets dropped. It's not a small thing. Imagine. I mean, it's like a death. Death. In death, what happens? This is what happens. Body is just a body, but no one cares about body. Everyone is here. Like what I will do, or I had to do so many things and I couldn't do it. Body never thinks like, oh, I wanted to go 10 feet, or I wanted to have 2 more arms. I wanted to grow it, but I couldn't grow 2 more arms. Like, body never thinks about it. Everything is here, mind. And that mind is scared because you're no more. You're gonna die, and that's why we get scared of the death. And that's what happens. That's exactly what happens. When you get this experience, your own experience, not stories, no books, because I was thinking I read so many books. So many books. I listened to Osho, many discourses, and he made enlightenment word so simple. Like he bought this Buddha, Mahavira, and all that. So he just made that big names as contemporary, like as if like they were there yesterday. And because of that, these words, enlightenment and all that, it was, for me, it was like, yeah, I have to do this, but those words have no value, no meaning. And because of those words, listening, those kind of things, you make something in your mind, like, oh, if something happens, or you'll see this, you'll see that, all lights, color will be rainbow colors and all that. And so many unnecessarily imagination you put in your mind, unnecessarily expectations, unnecessarily things like, every person has a different, like if you'll ask 10 different people, like, okay, what is your definition of enlightenment? 10 people will tell you at least 10, but sometimes 20. Like, yeah, it happens like that. And some people, feel like energy. Everyone feels energy and all that. Everything, this process happens. And some people, oh, I've seen smoke, this color smoke, that color smoke. When this happens, it's completely different. And it's so simple. So simple. I'm saying it's so simple. I can't even explain you. I can't even say how it is. I mean, if I'll tell you, if I'll say there's a water, and if I'll tell this is water, to call water what is that simple? Like, I mean, it's just there. It's just there. And why I spent that many years? I wasted that many years, until today. I just wasted my time searching something else. Like, of course, it was like whatever I did, it just, or even I can say that, oh no, it made a background, like it was necessary. Because of that only, I came to this point. Or you can put it in a different way, but it's so simple. There is nothing difficult or nothing more complicated than this. It's so simple. And that day, when I felt this thing, of course, this is like, I could think, after that. But that particular day, I mean, I'm saying, like, if I was somewhere in the mountains or like alone somewhere, I would have gone mad. Literally, I would have gone mad, because to see your death in front of you is not a simple thing. I'm telling you, this is not words. Like, people don't understand. People want to listen stories as a story, but this is not story. This, when you go through it, imagine, like, someone comes to you and point a gun or whatever, and they say, okay, you got few seconds to live. That moment you'll understand what I mean. But yeah, like in that moment, at least you'll say, okay, my body is gonna go and die. You'll cry, but this is not. This is something else. Like, you can see that your mind's gone. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you were thinking until now, it's no more. No more. I mean, it's so simple. Like, I can't even explain properly. I can't even say that. If someone tell me to write, I'll keep thinking a few hours, and I can't even write. It's so simple. I mean, it's there. It's there. But how to drop your mind? That's the problem. The moment I had that, and the other thing, I was actually, I was in my routine. Like, I was working. I was like, that day, and I used to get up in the morning 4 o'clock, then go to office 6 o'clock, and because of that, I could come out. Or else imagine if I was somewhere else, and if I'm not coming out of that state, I don't know how long I will sit there, or even if I can control that feeling, can mind, or I'll just go mad, because there are so many people. I've seen, like in India, there are so many people. You never know. Like, people go mad, and not. You never know. All mad people are 100% mad because of the problems, or they have just got some sort of experience like that. You never know. So I came out of the room. I wore my clothes. I came out of the room, and then I saw, the moment I stepped out, there's a tree there, the big tree, and the birds are chirping on it, and sun shining, sun just rose and shining, and the whole atmosphere means, I can't explain that. Still, whenever I still remember that moment, I mean, whenever I think about this moment, I can't speak. I can't speak. Whenever I think, I just go quiet, because when I came out, and there's nothing, like, people, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know about what other people are thinking, but I myself was thinking so many things about existence, and then supernatural, and God, and enlightenment, but when it happened, of course it wasn't enlightenment, it was just a small experience which happened with me, but there was no difference in between the tree, the bird, and me. It was me. It was just me. I mean, vast me. Everywhere. As if, like, that bird is me, and he is singing for me. I mean, mixed feelings. That time I couldn't even. And yeah, when I got that and I said, I don't remember that moment, to be honest. I don't remember. I still don't remember what happened there. I was sitting for how long. 100% I know that it's until 6 o'clock, because 6 o'clock I had to get out, because I had alarm. Because I had 2 alarms, in the morning to get up, and the other alarm to get up from the meditation. So there was alarm. So I don't know what happened there. I still don't remember a single moment what happened. This happened. And then I started, like, walking, as if like floating, or I don't know what I'm doing. How am I walking? As if like I'm too drunk and trying to walk. Different feeling, I'm telling you. It's completely different. And then I realized, like, it's just mind. It was always the mind, I tried to figure it out. I said, like, what? And then I said, and every time is like new feeling. Like, if I want to say something, I don't remember now what I said, before yesterday about it. And that's why I think I'm recording, because I don't know if I'll remember this. That's why I'm just keeping it for myself in future if I want to see. But everything changes after that. Everything changes. Every single thing changes. Now what happens, like before, if someone is praising us, we'll get happy, yeah. If someone is saying bad things to us, we'll get angry. Because what? Because our mind is like that. But now, if someone says something, or even sometimes even if you're sitting there, okay, mind try to play so many things, so many games all the time. Now what happens sometimes, like mind says, okay, we want to call someone unnecessarily, like you don't have anything to do. Just say, you call this guy and we'll spend some time, like, means like you don't have anything. You can't be absent-minded, like, mind doesn't want you to be without mind, because mind also always want to control you. So mind says like, okay, you're sitting silently, so mind says, call this person. And now you come to this situation, now you says, okay, you want to call? Call. Mobile phone is lying down there. And you know the mobile number, you call. I'm not calling. Simple. And mind can't do it. Mind needs a slave. We are a slave. Mind says, call this one, someone, because why you're calm, like why you're quiet? I want you to be in mess. So call this person. You get angry. Last time he said something, or or even your partner said something, and there was a scene, this, and you are angry. You should get angry. Call and say something, and you say just lie down or sit, and you say like, no, I don't want to call. You want to call? Call. Mind doesn't have hands. Mind can't lift the phone. This is what happens. Because now you are more powerful. It's it's not about power. It's just about understanding. When the mind drops, when you understand what is it, that time you feel, I'm myself and I have more power than mind. Then you can order mind. Then now if you want to say something, you can say to mind, do this, do that. And then the whole entire world changes. Everything is beautiful. Every simple thing is beautiful. The nature, every single thing, the animals, every single thing is so beautiful. Even people. Because you always, what they call, stereotype people. Always. That person will be like that person because your experience is related to those look or those sort of people is in the past, and that's why you stereotype. But everything changes. Now for you, everything is new. Like one person comes, okay, and do something to you, or you behave like, in certain type. And then second way, similar to, say, double look-alike person, same color, nationality or something. You will treat him again as same way, but you won't remember how you behaved to that person yesterday, like a look-alike person. Like that. Everything changes. Everything. It's, and when you walk, like, earlier, like, you feel steady, centered. When you walk, like, you feel something like centered. You are like you are walking. And before, like, we used to walk like a kilometer long, and then we never used to feel, how did it come? Like, oh, where was I 5 minutes back? But now, you won't remember. But every time you'll be there. Now I feel sometimes like someone is asking about 10 minutes back what happened. But I don't remember. Now I don't remember at all. But it's so good. It's so good, like how, I don't know what they call be in the moment or whatever. It's like that. It's not like that, I'm saying. It's so good. It's so good. I have no words. I have no words why I wasted that many years. But of course, I know, I can understand that because I wasted that many years, and that's why I'm here. And I was always like listening to Master and connecting to Master, or reading any book and connected to that person. I was always wrong. I always used to think connected to the Master. But Master is not for getting connected with him. Master is for to connect with yourself. Means you have to connect to yourself through the Master. And what people do? People try to connect, say, I want to connect with Master. My Master is this, my Master whoever. No. Completely misunderstanding. Completely. You're just missing the boat. Master is not for that. Every master will teach you how to connect to yourself. No master will tell you to connect to me. And if any master is saying that, he is not a master. My master is also my master. My master never says that to connect to me. My master always says to connect to yourself. Each day by day, just like the way onion gets peeled single by single layer. Peel it. It happens. It happens. It's a very different feeling. And now you don't feel do anything outside. You feel like just when you're at work, you feel like when I go home, when I'll go home and when I'll sit down and just connect and just, connect with yourself, with myself. That feeling is, I can't explain things. It's just beautiful, very beautiful. I feel everyone should go through this feeling. Because dropping mind is not easy. But there are ways. There are ways you can drop mind. In books like written, like in yoga, there are, how to do it. And the other thing, when you do, then this happens like I felt, I'm feeling many times. Now, for me, enlightenment thing and all that is far away. It's far away. And now I think, before when I was not knowing, I always used to have some cunning feeling, no, I'm not, because I read in the books, I read Master saying that if you do it for enlightenment, you won't get enlightenment. It happens when you drop everything, like Buddha did, and this and that and everything. But you still have it, and then you cheat yourself. You want to do it, you want to have it, but you cheat. You say, no, I don't want. But you can't cheat unconscious. You can still cheat unconsciously, you can cheat, but unconscious can't cheat. But now, for me, that thing is not there. I don't think, I can't even go there. I don't know what it is because everything changed for me. Everything changed. Like for me, it's like, there's nothing like that. Like there's nothing actually. Just this is. It is. I mean, everything is like that. This tree, this air, this sun, it is. And that's me. It's me. When it comes to me, there's nothing like, I don't know if in what will happen next to me, but until now, I don't know. It's just this. There's no crazy lights, smokes and all that stuff in me. No. I think if you take a drugs or something, that may be the different case, but no, it's just beautiful. And you won't do anything wrong, like anything wrong, like you, just beautiful. You know, yeah.